What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury states that 3 fights and then I'm going to be gone. Tyson Fury insisted he has 3 more bouts left in him, as he says he'll get in the ring just twice more after the Tom Schwartz bout. Okay, we know that he will fight in September. Okay, he already set that date, kind of like Anthony Joshua set 2 dates in advance. He's then doing a similar thing. But what we didn't know is that after that, he only has 1 fight left. Now, the question will be, who will that be? Why is he quitting? Why is he stopping the sport of boxing? Like I told you guys, that Tyson Fury needs boxing. He needs it, or he uses it as a tool to buffer out, to maintain his mental illness. Okay. He needs to make small goals, and small goals can be easily made just by working out and preparation on sparring each day or training camp each day, especially when you're getting close to a big fight or the next fight. Because any fight could be a big fight in Tyson Fury's eyes, because those small goals mean a lot more to him than it does anybody else around him or in the world. Someone dealing with mental illness has to deal with certain things that has to be done, has to be achieved. And if that's what he needs to do, that's what he needs to do. I have no problem with that. It is surprising. But my question is, what is Tyson Fury going to do when he stops boxing? Because it seems like to me, when he beat Klitschko, he upset Klitschko in Germany. He did that. He got those belts. He was on top of the world. Then all of a sudden, it started crashing down. So my thing is, I feel that this wish to retire is coming from fear. Because I think if he fights Deontay again and beats Deontay, he could easily do that. If he can get past that sledgehammer right hand, that powerful right hand of Deontay Wilder, he could do that. He could possibly outbox Anthony Joshua. He could do that. But then I think the real fear is, guys, what if he does that? What if he obtains these goals, these big goals that he would like to show, hey, the Gypsy King is the best fighter in the world. And he's one of the best heavyweights in the world. He showed people, despite what shape people thought he in, he was able to do things that he didn't supposed to do. I get that. That's a major accomplishment. And I think he was on angst, he was on high, he was on, a certain cloud, a certain level when he did that, when he was able to go 12 rounds, get up off the canvas from those hard knockdowns from Deontay Wilder. He was able to do that. That meant a lot to him. But what did it really mean mentally to him? Like, in a standard of making those goals. You know what I'm saying? I think it comes from fear, honestly. I think that if he'd done that, who else would be left to fight? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get that high and then you're like, okay, what is this worth? And sure, we want to see those fights, but I'm thinking like Tyson Fury, and if I will still want to show people that I'm the best, I would at least rematch Deontay or take a fight with Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua just confirmed today that, hey, I will fight on another network. DAZN's not stopping me from making a big fight with someone else on another network. Right? I would try that out. At least he would know what it's like to be in there with both. So there won't be a void. So there won't be I can beat this guy without even proving that I can beat this guy. At least that would have been some type of effort, some type of action put in place to say, hey, I fought Deontay Wilder and I fought Anthony Joshua. And if he could upset Anthony, or not even really upset, because we wouldn't know how big of an upset that would be, because Tyson Fury's not washed up no more. He's training every fucking day. He had he had a training camp before the Deontay Wilder supposed rematch. So we can't say that it would be an upset if he fought in outbox Anthony Joshua, you know. But I feel that he still should do that, since he's already setting a standard and putting a certain limit on his fights. Because remember, ESPN signed a 5-fight deal for him. He's only going to obligate 3 out of 5. So if he's only going to do that, that means a lot, though. You know, it means a lot for the sport of boxing, especially for the heavyweight side. Because that means now you look at it like, okay, well, what the hell is Deontay Wilder going to do? You can run, but you can't hide. You can sit there, you can fight Adam Kalnaki, you can fight Luis Ortiz again, but pretty soon, if Tyson Fury says, hey, I don't want to fight you, and you're not willing to come over on my banner to fight me, I'm going to leave the sport of boxing because I have other things to do. So that puts a lot of people in a bad place. So basically, all really Deontay Wilder's left with is the other champion on the other side of the world. Now, we can't even say on the other side of the world no more, because Anthony Joshua's here. He's here. He's in the United States showing, hey, I'm a world champion. I just don't fight in Great Britain no more. It was easy for the narrative for people to believe that he's just Great Britain's champion, right? Or UK's champion. But he's clearly not, right? He's over here now. So if Tyson Fury excludes himself out of the equation, there's only 2 people that can really fight, unless Dominic Breazeale can upset Deontay and make himself once again a major player in the heavyweight division. So that's what we're dealing with. But if you want to look at deep with Tyson Fury, that worries me, honestly. Someone dealing with mental illness, I think immediately when I heard the news, I thought, of course, okay, what is he going to do to fill the void if it's not boxing? Because he's coming from a boxing family, right? He's coming from a family that's just all they knew. Traveling and boxing. Slipping and moving. You know what I'm saying? So, what is he going to do? Is he going to public speak? He can be a great promotional speaker. He could do that. You know, and then train, and then, you know, knowing what it means to stay active as a person that's dealing with goals, and they have to forever seek small goals to keep their levels up, to stop the receptors from creating bad negative thoughts and chemicals into their body, you know, that make them think that nothing's worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's big. So my theory, this is my fear, okay? Me personally thinking about Tyson Fury. I remember when his wife had an interview, and she was really worried. They were high school sweethearts. They had a beautiful story. They got like 4 or 5 kids. They just had a new kid. And her fear was him going back to the way he was. You know what I'm saying? So she knows him more than anybody else. So that could very well be a reality that could happen. So maybe hopefully that's a reason why he is leaving the sport of boxing. We don't know. But he does use boxing as a outlet, as a tool to do what he needs to do and set these small goals, the same goals that he needs to set and accomplish in order to make his life meaningless. You know, and that's real talk. I mean, you have people like Alexis Arguello, Arturo Gatti. Um, those two fighters come to mind when I think of people with mental illness because those were also fighters. Those were also people that has been known to kill themselves. Now, to be fair, we really don't know all the facts about the Arturo Gatti case, but a lot of people have said he was depressed. You know, Edwin Valero, right, from Venezuela, the undefeated fighter that supposedly killed his wife and killed himself. See, these type of things you have to think about. And when did Edwin Valero die? What, 2009, 2010? Alexis Arguello, I don't remember. Arturo Gatti, 2008. You know, maybe these guys were suffering with mental illness and this didn't know because it wasn't something that was brought to the forefront. It wasn't. And people, this happens a lot, especially with sports, especially with high contact sports, physical sports, where you're inflicting damage upon someone else and vice versa. So I just don't want Tyson Fury to go down that road and to have that type of experience. You know, I want him to know exactly what he's doing. I would like to know more about this article. It just said, hey, I'm doing 2 more fights after the Schwartz fight and I'm done. I would like to know what the explanation or what the goal is. Because fighters have lives like we all do. Okay? And if you're a fan of a fighter, if you care for boxing, you wouldn't want to see a person get hurt or hurt themselves. That's what this is about. So the danger of Tyson Fury saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to do 2 more fights after this, then I'm done. Well, that doesn't set right with me, honestly, because you're looking like you're in the best shape of your life. You're looking like a GQ model. Why now have you decided to leave the sport that you've known, the sport that's in your blood, the sport that your family, all they knew was that in traveling? Why are you going to stop doing that now? That's my concern. Me thinking about it. Like, okay, what the hell are you really going to do? I know he's a great speaker. I know he's a great entertainer. I know he's a great promoter of himself. So hopefully he will get the same joy to think positive about this. He will get the same joy as promoting and doing public speaking around the world. But that's me counterpunching it. You guys tell me what you think about the article. Of course, I'll leave the description below in the description box. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.